it's always going to be player's choice. And you're the player. And it's your choice. And you want to know why? Because you got free will. You got free will. You have free will. I had to say that 3 times. Because we be thinking sometimes we have to respond in a certain way. We have to move in a certain way. Which is natural because, as you all know, if you're used to responding to life a certain way, it becomes automatic to you. It does. If you always choose to focus on the negative, 9 positive things could be happening in your life. But 1 out of that 10, 9 things are positive, one is negative. If you train yourself to have a negative mindset, every time you respond to life, you're going to focus on the negative. That's going to be the most attracted to you. That's what you're going to prioritize. You're training yourself to be in that way. But let's break out of that mold. Let's break out of that way of how we shaped ourselves. When we shape ourselves, if you think about stages of development, we're not super conscious of like our actions, behaviors, our beliefs. Think about when you're a kid. You're literally just living, right? As you grow up, you have more autonomy and your awareness levels increase. I don't know too many 6-year-olds or little kids that are like fully aware of their actions, or they're fully aware of their behaviors. They're just living. But we're older now. We're more aware. Hopefully, because I was having a discussion with my father yesterday. Some people just don't wake up. Some people don't. Some people go to their grave just never being aware of certain things. And some people are blessed to wake up in this lifetime. Going back to the first thing I said in this video, we have free will though. Everybody has free will. Some people choose to stay asleep. Some people choose to wake up. If you're watching this, I'm praying and hoping maybe you were asleep, you're kind of waking up now. Because I want you to be aware of this one aspect of life. How we respond will shape our reality. I'm not saying we control everything that happens in our lives. Things are still going to get thrown at us. Absolutely. It's a part of life. We're still going to experience happy things. We're still going to experience things that could potentially make us sad. Excuse me, y'all. We're still going to experience things that could potentially make us sad. However, we can choose to respond how we want to respond. And that will shape your outcome. For example, let's say you're taking a class. There's the first 5 assignments that were assigned to you in the class. Let's say out of the 5, you got all 4 of them you got an A and 1 of them you got a C. Instead of being proud of the A's that you received, you neglect that. Like, okay, cool, whatever, but I got this C. And you define yourself to the C that you got. Your mind is focused on the fact that even though on the other 4 you did spectacular, you cannot get your mind off that C. Or same thing with rejection. Maybe five guys or 5 girls, whatever you're into, comes your way. Or you come their way, whether you're the type to approach or you're the type who rather be approached. I'm the type I'd rather be approached. Let's say 4 of them are jacking you and 1 of them rejects you. Instead of, focusing your attention on the ones that are jacking you, you are more focused on the fact that 1 of them rejects you. Like, oh, why is this person not feeling me? Like, what's up with that? Da-da-da-da. Instead, you could have just chosen the reality, I'm going to choose whoever wants to choose me. Instead of focusing and following the person who's not choosing me. You see how easy it's player's choice. Choose which one you want to look at. For example, we go out every day. You got a car, We go out, we go grocery shopping, hang out with friends, run errands, go to work, whatever the case may be. We can focus on the fact that we got to our next destination in one piece, safe and sound. Or we can focus on the way there, somebody cut me off. Like, and you're mad for the rest of the day. You see how you can just choose your day like that? You can choose to be pissed off for the rest of the day, or you can choose to let it go. It's it's so simple, y'all. It's so simple. Another thing, that's just one, like a general one, positive versus negative. Another thing is focusing on what you have versus what you don't have. This is an important thing to consider. Some people naturally, I'm gonna say this, I don't think people even know this. Like, some people naturally don't even care to compare. Yes, do I think it's a human thing? Yes, but that doesn't mean all humans do it. And I know because I honestly feel like I'm one of them. I'm not saying never ever in my life I compared myself to another person, whether it's like on a positive note or on a negative note. And it determined how I looked at things. But I don't really do that. Like, I promise you, I don't. I really don't. It's just what it is. I'm more focused on my situation because that's just the type of person I am. Some people don't care to compare. Like, some people don't think, oh, well, I have this, but this person has that, so like I don't really feel as good. I don't, they have what they have, and I have what I have. I'm glad I never ended up being like that, because that's how people become real jealous of people. I've always been the type of person, if you got something that I want, I'm happy for you, and I can't wait till I get there. You see, that's always been me. Some people will see somebody have something that they want, and they start being jealous, start having resentment, whatever the case may be. But you see how that's a choice? You can choose to kind of be like me and be like, okay, I'm happy for you. That's inspiring me to like work harder, or that's giving me hope that one day like I can have that as well. Or I could choose to hate this person, be bitter, do a whole spear. What's it called? Is it spear campaign? Spam campaign? Gossip, talk all this trash about this person because they got something that I don't. You see how you can choose? So you can either focus on what you have or focus on what you don't have. Let's say your goal is money. You have a certain income or revenue you want to make. You can either focus on your potential and have confidence in yourself. Like, you know what? Even if you don't have the money right now, excuse me. Even if you don't have the money right now, you still are choosing to focus on the fact that one day you will. You're transitioning to a point to get there, because language is important, right? Let's not even do one day. I'm gonna get it one day. I used to scream that for real. I probably still scream that, but now we're gonna change our language up. We're not gonna say one day, because we're always like living. When we do the whole one, I should make a video on that. When we do the one day I have this, one day that, we're kind of saying, we're also pushing out the energy that that's not our reality right now. So we got to be careful. We got to be careful how we talk. But you can focus on how you're transitioning to a point where you will get that kind of money, or you can focus on, man, there's other people who got more money than me. They're doing better than me. Like, I don't know if I'm going to be as good as them. You can focus on all the doubts and how like some people may have more money than you, or you can focus on yourself and get to that bag. It's a choice. Like, and honestly, focusing on how somebody else has something that you don't, like, what is that doing for you? Answer the question. Answer that question. If this is not something you struggle on, maybe you don't need to answer the question because you don't care. But if you are the type of person, you do care and you do focus on, man, this person has this, down and there, and I don't have it. Ask yourself, like, what is that really doing for you? That's putting yourself down. You are putting yourself down because you are jealous or you feel some type of way because somebody got something that you don't. You putting yourself down. What energy signal are you sending out to the world? You see, because this video, your response chooses your reality. I'm also like kind of putting out some game, what kind of energy you can emit. Cause I promise you, if you choose, if your response is negative, if your response is doubtful, if your response is aligning with the reality that you don't want, you're choosing that reality, and you're choosing to focus on that energy, on those negative thoughts that are pushing you further away from the reality that you want to live. Like, this is game. This is for real game. And I don't want y'all to end up like that. Like, start. I'm not saying one day you're gonna wake up. Okay, I get it now. No, like, start being awareness. I'm bringing this. Like, everybody need to wake up. Everybody wake up. Maybe you already know, and I'm just like reminding you. And maybe you don't know, and now you can start thinking, like, what decisions am I making that are making me align with a reality I don't want? Even myself, I'm still trying to be more aware, because there's just so many actions a person can do. Like, who's really aware of everything, unless you work on it. So once you work on it, you know. For example, what I mean by, like, responding in a way to your aligned self, because when something happens, we should ask ourselves, okay, how would future me respond? And we should try to mimic the actions, mimic the behaviors, mimic the thoughts of the future self that we want to be. That's how we become more aligned with that person. That person is there. You just got to figure out what they be doing so you can do it for yourself. So this is, let's say a challenge gets thrown your way. The reality that you don't want would be you overthinking, panicking, stressed out. You're doubtful. You're losing confidence because a challenge got thrown your way. Something expected got thrown your way. If you choose to respond in the way that I just listed out, like anxious, doubtful, you don't have confidence, you're aligning with the reality that you don't want. But if we think about who you want to be and aligning with the reality you do want, you would know that everything is working out for you. You would know to respond in confidence. You would know to be at peace. So, okay, something got thrown my way. Cool. Because you're going to be the type of person that can handle that. So you're not even stressed. You're not even bothered. And that's a choice. The only reason why it's hard, because that's not a choice we make automatically. That's how the brain works. You do something enough, it becomes automatic, so you can use less brain power. Your brain does a lot of different things. So whatever you do automatically, it becomes like a shortcut for the brain. Okay, we don't have to think about it anymore. We can just automatically do it. It's the same thing with this. So you can get to a point where you automatically start making decisions that align with the person you want to be. It's possible. Whichever one you choose, you're training your mind to prioritize. Don't underestimate that, all right? Thank you for tapping in. Make sure you like, comment, subscribe. I hope this helped you out. Tap in with my Patreon. Like, let's see what's goody in there. I got some valuable information on there as well, if you like the things that I be saying, or you just want to get to know me more. Catch y'all next time.